Hi, I'm Kath. I'm a teacher here at Creative Glass Guild, and today on CGGTV I'm going to be talking about glass grinders. I'll be discussing the different ones that we have available for purchase here and how to look after them properly. Whether you're a complete beginner to glass cutting or you've been doing it for a long time, there are always those instances where it just hasn't quite gone to plan and you've overrun your template and you just need to take a little bit of glass off to make sure that your design is all fitting together properly. In that instance, you can grind the edge so as to save on wastage. So one of the most basic ways of grinding is with hand grinders. So there are Sicklestones, which are a cheap and simple way of grinding the edge of the glass. You just simply run it along the edge to remove the excess glass. There are also diamond hand pads, and these are a more sophisticated way of hand grinding. They come in different grits, so if you're trying to remove quite a lot of glass, you can use a coarser one, and you can use a finer one to remove smaller amounts of glass and even polish it if you've got the time. But what I really want to concentrate on today is electric grinders. These are essential for any glass studio that's doing lots of mosaic work, stained glass, copper foiling, because they really allow you to quickly get through those pieces of glass, grind those edges to fit into your template perfectly so your glass looks amazing. So, the two models of electric grinder that we saw here are the Inman Kristall 1 and the Inman Kristall 2000S. These are both really great machines. They both plug straight into the wall, and the internal motor spins the grinder bit really fast, and we push the glass up against that bit to grind the edges. So what's the difference between the two? Well, with the Inman Kristall 2000S, there is a built-in water pump which pulls water up to the grinder bit when it's in use, and with the Kristall 1, there is a little yellow sponge that sits behind the bit and pulls up water from the trough underneath. The purpose of those functions is to keep the bit cool. It's really important as we grind the glass and it generates heat that we don't thermally shock it and undo all our hard work. The other main difference is that the 2000S has got a slightly stronger motor, but they're both really great machines. I particularly prefer the 2000S as it's the one we use on our courses. So what do you get with it? With both of these grinders, you get a full list of instructions and a 3/4 inch standard grinder bit. And with the Kristall 1, you get the additional sponge, which you don't need with the 2000S. As with most tools and equipment, it's really important to take good care of your grinder to make sure that you're getting the best use out of it and ensuring the longevity of the machine and its parts. So there are a couple of stages you can take to do this. One that's really simple is to apply a small amount of anti-seize lubricant to the spindle. So the first thing you need to do, whether you've got a 2000S or a Kristall 1, when you receive the grinder bit will be sat loosely on the spindle and you can completely remove it. Then apply a liberal amount of anti-seize lubricant before you replace the grinder bit. And what that does is just means that the grinder bit isn't going to seize to the spindle, and in the future, when you want to add another one or remove one, you can do so with ease. So when it comes to properly attaching the grinder bit, you'll notice on the spindle there's a flat surface, and you line up the screw with that surface, and with the Allen key that's included, tighten the bit to the spindle. So you can choose how far down the spindle you actually tighten the grinder bit, and with use you can move it up and down so that you're getting the full use of the whole bit. Another thing you can do is add some grinder coolant to the water that you put into the trough, so that when the grinder is pumping that water through, it is as cool as possible and we have the smallest risk of thermal shock. As well as products which safeguard the longevity of your grinder, we also sell a range of accessories that make sure you can get the best experience in the studio. We also sell a wide range of grinder bits, so you can choose the right size and grit that's right for you and your project. All of the grinders and tools that I've talked about today are available in store or on our website at www.creativeglassguild.co.uk. If you have any questions about these products, do feel free to give us a call. Thanks for watching.